Well, welcome back. Welcome back. I feel like I'm a mugshot. The lighting is just needs. We're working on the lighting in the new studio. Let's put it that way. But we're not really working on it. We're working on other things. But really excited about today's show because, is this really me or is this an AI generated version of me? That's what we'll talk about on today's show. So stick around.
We're the streaming idiots, having the time. With Tom Sinclair guiding, we're feeling so fine. A vMix on the screen, we're ready to play. A custom built PCs, taking tech to the fray. Making live production feel like a breeze. Got the rhythm pumping, we do it with ease. From setups to transitions, we're flying high. In the world of streaming, we're touching the sky. Streaming idiots, we're living the dream. With tech support in the mix, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's a man, bringing us live in our VMix adventure. The future is bright. Lights, camera, action, the stage is set. From podcasts to webinars, we're never upset. Tech at our fingertips, the power so real. Loading up the content, let the viewers feel. Building connections, we're breaking the mold. Every frame a story, every tale told. In this vibrant world, we're living with flair. Streaming idiots unite, let's take it from there. Streaming idiots, streaming idiots. We're living the dream, living the dream. We take support in the mix. Oh, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's a man, bringing us live in our vMix adventure. The future is bright. We got tips and tricks all wrapped in a show. And our extra fun, let the good times flow. From sports to the arts, we're taking the lead. With vMix by our side, there's nothing we need. Troubleshooting smoothly, no hassle or fuss. In the world of tech, we're igniting the buzz. Streaming idiots, we're living the dream. With support in the mix, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's a man, bringing us live in our VMix adventure. The future is bright. So here's to the journey. Let's raise a toast for Tom Sinclair and the team we love most. Streaming idiots, forever we're ruling the scene. With vMix and support, here living the dream. We're the streaming idiots, having the time. With Tom Sinclair guiding, we're feeling so fine. A vMix on the screen, we're ready to play. A custom built PCs, taking tech to the fray. Making live production feel like a breeze. Got the rhythm pumping, we do it with ease. From setups to transitions, we're flying high. In the world of streaming, we're touching the sky. Streaming idiots, we're living the dream. With tech support in the mix, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's a man, bringing us live in our VMix adventure. The future is bright. Lights, camera, action, the stage is set. From podcasts to webinars, we're never upset. Tech at our fingertips, the power so real. Loading up the content, let the viewers feel. Building connections, we're breaking the mold. Every frame a story, every tale told. In this vibrant world, we're living with flair. Streaming idiots unite, let's take it from there. Streaming idiots, streaming idiots. We're living the dream, living the dream. We take support in the mix. Oh, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's a man, bringing us live in our VMix adventure. The future is bright.
And I
We got tips and tricks all wrapped in a
promise this is
show.
not
And our
going to be
extra fun,
overly
let the
technical.
good times flow. From
When the
sports to the
Reboot
arts,
Project
we're
team
taking
analyzed the
lead.
signal
With
coming
vMix
from
by our side, there's nothing we
ISEE-3,
need.
they found that the spacecraft's solar panels were still performing at more than 90% of their original capacity after 36 years in space. Dennis
Tom Sinclair and the team we love most. Streaming idiots forever, we're ruling the scene. With vMix and support, here living the dream. We're the streaming idiots, having the time. With Tom Sinclair guiding, we're feeling so fine. A vMix on the screen, we're ready to play. Custom built PCs, taking tech to the fray. Making live production feel like a breeze. Got the rhythm pumping, we do it with ease. From setups to transitions, we're flying high. In the world of streaming, we're touching the sky. Streaming idiots, we're living the dream. With tech support in the mix, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's the man, bringing us live in our v's adventure. The future is bright. Lights, camera, action, the stage is set. From podcasts to webinars, we're never upset. Tech at our fingertips, the power so real. Loading up the content, let the viewers feel. Building connections, we're breaking the mold. Every frame a story, every tale told. In this vibrant world, we're living with flair. Streaming idiots unite, let's take it from there. Streaming idiots, streaming idiots. Living the dream, living the dream. We take support in the mix. We're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's the man, bringing us live in our vMix adventure. The future is bright. We got tips and tricks all wrapped in a show. And our extra fun, let the good times flow. From sports to the arts, we're taking the lead. With vMix by our side, there's nothing we need. Troubleshooting smoothly, no hassle or fuss.
Oh, that's why. Okay, getting used to the new studio here. Gee whiz. Yeah, I feel like this is a mugshot, you know? Holy cow. And I'm trying to get everything lined up just right. I'm lacking lights. I feel like I'm sitting in a dungeon. I've got one light and it's not in the right spot. Anyway, so how are you guys doing? Welcome. Glad to have you. Good to see you. We're going to get started here in just a sec. But, oh, that camera's low. That's why. That camera needs to be up another foot. Okay, we'll work on that. We'll work on that. We'll work on everything, I guess. So, let's see, where are we here? A bit dark. Yeah, exactly. Microsoft update. What was it? I've got the number here somewhere. No, I don't. Oh, maybe it's in. No, I'm not going to go to updates. It's one that came out June 9th. It's a some sort of, I think it's a preview, maybe. I'll get the model number on it here in just a few minutes, but it's bad news. I've been building computers right and left and loading Windows. And of course it wants to load this bad update and I can't keep it from doing it. And it goes blue screen and then takes me to, says your PC is whatever it says. It says it's not working right. Click this button. And fortunately I can go back in time with the system restore to before this update came down the pike and get the system back, but the update keeps wanting to come back. In fact, I've got one PC right now where I can't turn off the PC because it wants to install the update. So hopefully Microsoft will come up with a solution for it. I mean, today's the 26th and this has been going on since the 9th. That's 9th. That's 17 days. That's over 2 weeks. Microsoft, come on, dude. Get your act together. Holy cow. So, yeah, Dave Edwards says security updates only. Well, yeah, that's good, unless you're doing a fresh install. Actually, the install is older than the 9th. but I'm trying to get all the latest, greatest good stuff. And anyway, I'm just whining. Nobody likes a whiner. Hey, let's do a show. I've got an interesting setup here today. So I've got I don't have a way to show you. We'll do the camera thing in post show. I've got a monitor in front of me, a TV in front of me with the camera in front of that and the light off to the side of that. So you can see if I look at me right now, you can see where my eyes are. If I look at preview right now, you can see where my eyes are. If I look at you, you're too low. You need to be up more and to my right. But that's not the point. And then I've got a light right here, so you can tell that the shadow is over here because the light's putting a shadow on this side. Only have one light. Oh, plus the overhead light, which I should have turned off anyway. So how's it going? Yeah, it's going. Let's do, what do we want to do? We want to do intros and outros. And I've got the light right in the middle of what I need to do. Sit tight. We'll be right back. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Thank you, Martin K. Hat tip once again for the intro and the outro that's coming. Okay, so here's the deal. Last night, I was chilling. I was relaxing. I was trying not to do anything strenuous. I'd spent all day building PCs. Excuse me. I've had orders for 25 PCs. Most of them are done, but there's 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, half of them are done, and half of them are not. And if you've tried to source anything, you know sourcing things is difficult. Pricing is all over the map, especially for anything with a chip in it. But that's not the point. I was chilling out last night, and I was watching a YouTube video about a 20th century satellite, 1970s, that was purposed to sit in the middle of the gravitational pull between the sun and the Earth, something called L1, which I don't understand. I'm just sharing with you. That's because that's what they said on the YouTube video. So I'm absorbed in this video because I like space stuff. And they were talking about repurposing it and sending it to Halley's Comet, Halley's Comet, and then repurposing it again and sending it somewhere else. I don't remember. I think maybe just back to L1. And so they're showing all these images and videos, and they'll show images of, 1970s scientists, physicists, engineers. And I realized pretty soon that was AI generated. Something about, somebody was reaching towards his console to change a switch and his hand went right through the console. I was like, okay, that's AI. And then I started watching anything that had animation in it. And I realized that the speaker, the main speaker, the host, the one that was on the poster just a second ago, was an AI figure. And I want you to watch some of it with me. And let me see if I can get to the right screen here.
Was never really the point. What they actually proved is something much larger than one spacecraft. They proved that the cost of reaching old hardware has collapsed. That a group of people with $125,000, a software-defined radio, and access to a borrowed telescope can do something that a $17 billion a year space agency said it expected. No acceleration. Nothing was coming out of the engines. And then, quietly, we did stuff that was widely seen as impossible, improbable, and impractical. He wasn't wrong about either sentence. On July 24th, 2014, Dennis Wingo and Keith Cowing issued a statement. They wrote, 36 years and more than 48 billion kilometers have taken their toll on the spacecraft's propulsion system. We have exhausted
Okay, so I'm going to bring it back on in just a second. Yeah, there he is. There he is. Watch his hands. It's always two hands, and then one hand. There's the one hand. And then they go off back to two hands a couple times. And then in just a second, it's going to click away or go back to one hand. Yeah, so it clicks away and it goes back. Let's see if I can't fast forward it into something else. That is the guy. Yeah, he's coming up here in just a second after the picture of the radio telescope right there. We'll turn his audio on. If I can find it.
Is going to keep widening. There are hundreds of defunct spacecraft out there right now with functional electronics and silent transmitters.
Let's forward ahead a little
ISEE-3
bit.
is across 36 years of silence, and here's something answer back. I'll close with something that I find quietly beautiful about the technical details, and I promise this is not going to be overly technical. When the Reboot Project team analyzed the signal coming from ISEE-3, they found that the spacecraft's solar panels were...
Okay. Well, I watched, how long is that video? Let's see. I think it is, yeah, it's like 23 minutes long, and I probably watched 18 minutes of it before I realized that guy was not a guy. He was a figment of somebody's imagination. And it was this and this and this, and then there was this one. Sometimes there were two of these, and then we were back to this. And that pattern followed every time. That's what really kind of clued me off. And I tried to look carefully at the, let me pause him and bring him back. Let's see if we can pause him right there. Yeah, okay. Can we cut him? Yeah. So I was trying to look at the books on the bookshelf behind him and see if I could see any of the titles. Couldn't quite make them out. And I was looking at the rocket and the lamp and the globe behind him, trying to find something I could focus on that could tell me that this was definitely AI. But really, what told me was him. It was a very good rendition. I mean, it had me for 18 minutes. I believed. Now, I don't think the information is untrue. There was one point where, let's see if I can find it really quickly. Let me just scrub. Yeah, here it is. And I'll back it up here and I'll play it for you and let you see if you can catch it too.
And in April 2014, launched their crowdfunding campaign on Rocket Hub. Their goal was $125,000. They hit it in 2 weeks. I keep thinking about what that number represents. Not as a budget line, but as a statement about who gets to do space exploration. For most of the history of this program, the answer was governments with billions of dollars and decades of institutional infrastructure. The Reboot Project ran on the cost of a decent used car.
Bingo, right there. How many of you guys would pay $125,000 US for a decent used car? Could it be that this entire production was AI from a script? That AI found all the images based on the script. Maybe somebody pre-recorded it. Maybe they just typed it out and said, you know, we want a middle-aged man's voice. And had it not been for that anomaly also, that's really what made me go, what? Hold on a second here. Nobody has a car that looks like that cost $125,000 US. It's just not a thing. Unless it's got, you know, drugs in the trunk or something like that that increase the value. But that's what made me think, okay, hold on a second here. Hold on a second here. What is going on? Can I have AI do my show? Can I handwrite it or type everything that I want and just run it through some sort of AI filter, and AI supplies the images and generates my face with my voice? Or am I doing it right now? You have to choose. You have to decide. AI would not look this bad. If AI were doing this, it would not look like this. It would look much more polished. So perhaps that's an indicator. That would be our third indicator. First indicator to me was the hands. It was the same hand movement, except when it wasn't, when it was the other hand movement. Then it was the car. And then maybe two, and then it was the scientist sticking his hand through the console. But maybe too, the fact that it was so polished meant that I needed to beware. Now, I am not the sky is falling kind of guy. I don't see a demon under every rock. But I do think that there will be some people that will use AI to deceive. Now, there'll be some people like this that, I guess this is historically accurate. I'll check the internet and see if it was. Probably was. It's an interesting story. It's not trying to shape my opinion in any way. It's not asking for money. It's not asking for my vote. It's not asking me to relocate to another part of the country or, or change my belief system. It was just providing information. So that was fairly innocuous, I think. Maybe there was something hidden in there. But then there are going to be people that have an agenda. And they are going to want to slide their agenda, maybe slide it in just right front and center, but not take responsibility for it. So they have somebody else's face in front of it, somebody that doesn't really exist. What was it? The 20-something kid, young man, that got on OnlyFans. Is that what it's called? OnlyFans? And generated a teenage girl image of himself so that whenever he talked, that's what people saw. Whenever he presented himself, that's what people saw. And it was definitely intended to deceive. And I think he made money off of it until he didn't. But the influence that I'm concerned about the most is the influence that shapes public opinion, that convinces us to think one way or another way or a third way. And probably we will see, what would you call it, conflicting or battling AI videos over a particular subject. Some of it's going to be really, really subtle. It's going to be so subtle. It's going to be out there, kind of an implicit, don't you agree with this? And then we all nod our heads and say, yeah, that sounds reasonable. And then it takes us on to the next level. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Or maybe I am. I'm not sure. But I do say we need to keep an eye on AI so far as video is concerned. I've already experienced AI screwing up medical records. And I had a long talk with somebody in the law enforcement field last week about their concerns about AI doing the dispatching for law enforcement, that it wouldn't be able to determine, the kinds of things that a human dispatcher can tell when they're, at least the models so far, haven't been trained to do the tone. Although, where was it? I was talking to AT&T on the phone last week, trying to talk to AT&T on the phone, and the menu choices didn't line up with anything. When I closed my studio, I disconnected my internet there, and they kept billing me, and then they send me late notices on the bills that I didn't pay because I wasn't there. And so I call and they say, tell us a little bit about it. I say, well, okay, here it is. No help. They couldn't do anything with that. The AI operator. And I said, well, let me speak to a representative. And they said, well, what are you calling about? And I tried to explain it again. And no. Well, give us your account number. So I gave them the account number and they said, your account number is not on file. There's no record of your account. Well, I know, I closed it. So I'm getting increasingly frustrated. You can hear it in my voice right now. And at one point they said, okay, thank you, goodbye, click. And Sandy just watched my blood pressure go through the roof at that point. It's like, this machine is dismissing me like I am some sort of persona non grata. I called back and I started out and I said, representative. They said, well, we need to tell, they didn't say, well, that's me paraphrasing. Well, we need to tell them what the call's about. I said, I need to speak to a representative. And then I raised my voice. I said, I need to speak to a representative right now. And the AI operator said, just a moment, please. Really? Really? Is that the hack for the moment? If I want to get through all this AI stuff, is to lose my patience and raise my voice, and it listens to my tone and inflection and says, whoops, okay, we're not able to deal with this. Let's put it to a real person. Put it to a real person, and Felipe or Manuel, don't remember his name, but he was Hispanic, spoke English very well, but it was obviously not his first language. But he was able to take me through, understand what was going on. It took in an inordinately long period of time to fix their mistake, which he admits right off the bat. Sir, this is our mistake. I apologize. I said, okay, well, thank you for that. And by the way, your AI sucks. Your call AI sucks. He said, thank you, sir. I'll make sure and make a note of that. Like he hadn't heard that before. So there are going to be some ways for us to hack the system. And we may have to fake it. I'll see. Next time I'm on a call like that, I'll try the aggravated caller hack and see how it goes. It might just be the thing. But the other thing that I'd like to do, and maybe you've already done it or know somebody that has, somebody that's made a video like the satellite video I was telling you about, where you just take a script or a audio recording, probably a script though, wouldn't you think? And they generate a video, populate it with stock photographs, and generate all the other images they want. I don't think any of the AI images, whether they were slides or animations, humans doing something, I don't think any of those were real. I think they were all AI generated. And they were all fairly short clips, I would say 15 seconds, except maybe the guy. Maybe he went more. Well, he probably didn't go 15 seconds. 15 seconds is a long time. I mean, do I have a second counter anywhere? No, I don't have a second counter. Yeah, I do right in front of me. All right, so we're going to go with 15 seconds on my mark right now. All right, so I'm going to be talking and I'm going to be expressing myself and talking about something and raising my hand and doing my other hands, doing my other hands and doing my other hands. And that's still in 15 seconds. It is now, but I don't think any of his were longer than 15 seconds. I remember reading just recently that AI generated video longer than 15 or 20 seconds was extremely expensive. And that's why most of the clips that we see, that we know of, are less than 15 or 20 seconds. They're just long enough because it's too expensive to do something much, much longer. But if you think about this, you think about the implications of this. If I am a voiceover artist, I'm out of business because they can do anything they want on AI with a voice. If I am a struggling artist that makes commercials, or if I am a retired, waning artist, waning actor who wants to use my face and my, well, yeah, image, likeness, and voice, I'm out of a job. They can make somebody that looks a little bit like me, close enough where you might think it's me, but not so much that I could make a case that it's me and lose. I mean, gosh, scary time we live in. Scary time we live in. Anyway, that's it. Let's go to the post show. We'll wrap this part up. Can we do that? Can we do an outro? I bet we can. We'll be right back. All right. Michael Graves. Some older Hollywood actors have already licensed their likenesses. That's interesting, because what happens 30 years from now? Are their likenesses aging? If they're younger, they're in their 30s, and now they're in their 60s, or they still look like they're 30-something? I'm going to have to turn my head in order to see some of these. Yeah, I noticed that in this one, it's probably not a fair representation for me to play the YouTube video within vMix, because I think there might be some, small sync issue there. But you can look at that one yourself. I'll put a link in the chat to that video. Hello, Otis. You can only get away with saying that once, though, Ah, I didn't see that movie, but I can believe it. That's right. That's right. But information's a crazy thing. It's the old, hey, this is what I see. I see an elephant. I see his ears. I see his trunk. And you're on the other side. And you say, well, I see an elephant, but I don't see what you see. I see a tail. We've got the same, we're looking at the same thing, sort of, but we have two different reports about what it is. Are we both accurate? The lighting was good. I was comparing that to mine. It wasn't good. Ah, Dave Edwards. That's interesting. Well, I like it. Tim, I think you're, let's see. Images were all old. The laptop appeared to be Windows XP. Good AI would know that, for the era. Although some of that could have been actual footage. Maybe. Hey, Bill. Notice the same thing on another AI. In that case, it was the eyes. Look to the right once and then to the left twice. Then it looped. Ah, very good. We'll have to go back, or I'll have to go back and look at that one. Yeah, that was a Honda, Michael, or a Mazda or something. Dave Edwards, the lamp stand goes up into the middle of the green shade, but the actual stand should connect to the brass band that wraps around the outside of the shade. Interesting.
And they reached
Dave
a spacecraft
Edwards, let's
that
go
the
back and look
world's
at this.
largest space agency had written off. And then, but as a statement about
Ooh, very good, Dave Edwards. Very good, Dave Edwards. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, that lamp in the left corner. And it has a light actually shining down on it from the top. So AI's got to work on that. Good catch, Dave. Change in pace. Yes, yes. Yep. Oh, I see. Oh, Maverick, that's rich. There we go. He's used AI announcers, graphic, and music for over a year now. Rich. Really? So you've got somebody that's actually speaking and it generates an image for them? I want to hear more. Even tech savvy people like me. Who said you were tech savvy? Get fooled. If it includes something that touches you, I guess man is just easy to manipulate. I think so. Otis, there's a local artist and producer that generates AI music, full band with persona and background vocals. Wow. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Dave is talking about my gripe about Microsoft and the latest round of updates, or an update that was released June 9th that's causing all sorts of havoc. And there is an app called In Control that allows you to actually literally freeze Windows and keep it from updating. I've built several of the Obtainium vMix reference systems, and they spec a particular gigabyte server board, and that server motherboard will not work with the latest version of Windows and the NVIDIA graphic driver for the I think it's the 40 RTX 4080 Super, maybe something like that, or TI. And so we had to actually freeze it to Windows 23, maybe. All right, Rich says he tested that update, found other issues, did not release to general users, could have been bad for 30K workstations. Yeah, it could have. Hey, Dave. All right, let's see. Let's go back here. What else I missed? Nope, that's it. I think we got most of the interesting stuff. So, a word to the wise from Michael Quest. Even tech-savvy people, even people that are aware that this could be happening, can be fooled. You remember the graph. There are 4 quadrants. 1, 2, 3, 4. Things that I know that I know. Things that I don't know that I know. Things that I know that I don't know. And then things that I don't know that I don't know. And that's the quadrant that is going to get us with AI, where we don't know, and we don't know we don't know. Think about it. Think about it. This is not a philosophy show, although it might turn into one. It might turn into an Uncover AI show. Great many of his telecom friends are working on or with AI agents. An AI agent, obviously not being a person, but an AI personality. Don't know. Don't know. Time will tell. Time will tell. Well, I am going to see if, in the middle of building all these PCs, if I could get AI to build the PCs for me. Just send me the bill. I'll tell you where to ship them. I enjoy it too much. I enjoy it too much. I enjoy the intricacies of it. And it's funny because, right now I've got a contract to build 18 identical PCs, but each one of them is a little bit different. For whatever reason, they just come together a little differently. I mean, sometimes it's because I've got to use a gigabyte graphics card instead of an Asus graphics card, and they're just a hair different. Sometimes I've got to use, well, I haven't had a problem with RAM. That's sort of mix and match okay. Anyway, yeah, it's a different world. Let's see, what's Quist saying now? In pension companies, when a new customer calls in, AI senses the voice pattern and can roughly categorize. It's like it's a good or not a good life talking. Wow. Wow. Scans. Yeah, got it. Yep. Well, it got me. It scanned me. And I was unhappy talking. About 10 seconds, Michael says. Yep. We will see. We will see. We will see. Question of a different nature. For those of you that live stream on a regular basis, or even an irregular basis for that matter, and you make a recording of the content that you are streaming, how long do you hold those recordings? What do you do with them? Do you archive them? You send them up to the cloud and let them live there? I mean, I've got, or I could have, some recordings that were 12, 13 years old of this show. How awful would that be? Where I work now, we receive robocalls. We receive robocalls and analyze the incoming voice. We try to identify recordings and the AI generated voice. Yeah. They're trying to get pretty, they're getting pretty sneaky on those. They're clicking through, they say hello, and then they have all this, bullpen background noise there that's supposed to make you think this is a real person with a lot of other people in the background, everybody making calls. Didn't get it. Bill says, hold it forever on a second drive. Yeah, I'm on my 4th drive, Bill. And I'm beginning to think, and have I ever gone back and needed to go back and look at one of these recordings? I haven't. I guess it's the thought that, perhaps the online archive that YouTube is that maybe someday something might happen to that, then I would want to I wouldn't want to upload all that stuff. I think I'm just going to wipe the drive. I'm going to wipe the drive. Michael Quist. 1 week is enough to do the highlights, the big plays, and grab the after-game interviews. But then the whole stream is currently staying on his Vimeo account. In the cloud. In the cloud. Then I want to use YouTube as an archive or delete. Yeah, what was it? Was it Ustream? I think that was one of the providers. They were purchased by IBM, and that's who I used because they were free. And this was 2009, maybe, and had some great soccer matches on there. I mean, they were, and this was when we were getting pretty good. Still may have been in the VidBlaster days. In fact, it probably was. But we were doing lower thirds and we were doing instant replays, had good commentators, had good camera people. And then Ustream, getting ready, I guess, to be sold to IBM, said it was, come get your stuff. If you want any of your archives, come get them because we're fixing to delete them. Nothing good lasts forever. There's a cost. There's a cost. Well, guys, I got to get back to making computers. Yep. Just got a PO last night for 2 more. It's okay. It really is. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Whoa. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. So, see you next week. Maybe if you find something that you think was AI generated, send me a link. And I'd love to see it. Or you can put it in the Streaming Idiots Facebook group and we can chat about it there. That'd be interesting. That would be interesting. It would be interesting to identify as many of them as we can and see how AI is getting better and better and better to the point where maybe we're not noticing that they're AI generated anymore. I was communicating with AI chatbot on the hotel website. It asked that I call and speak with a human. It did. Yeah, it's interesting until it takes over the world and eliminates us. Yeah, what was that movie with Hal the computer on the space exploration? Space Odyssey, that's what it was. Or maybe it was A Space Odyssey. How do you know we are not looking at AI generated content? How do I know that? Careful the questions you ask. We know where you live. I joke, but it's not funny. Not funny. All right, guys. Got the lovely, thanks for watching video. I mean, clip and music. If you haven't heard this music before, it's fun. We'll see you later. Have a good week.
We're the Streaming Idiots, having the time. With Tom Sinclair guiding, we're feeling so fine. A vMix on the screen, we're ready to play. Custom built PCs, taking tech to the fray. Making live production feel like a breeze. Got the rhythm pumping, we do it with ease. From setups to transitions, we're flying high. In the world of streaming, we're touching the sky. Streaming Idiots, we're living the dream. With tech support in the mix, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's a man, bringing us live. camera, action, the stage is set. From podcasts to webinars, we're never upset. Tech at our fingertips, the power so real. Loading up the content, let the viewers feel. Building connections, we're breaking the mold. Every frame a story, every tale told. In this vibrant world, we're living with flair. Streaming idiots unite, let's take it from streaming idiots. Streaming idiots, we're living the dream. Living the dream. We take support in the mix. Oh, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's the man. Tom Sinclair's the man. Bringing us life in our vMix adventure. The future is bright. We got tips and tricks all wrapped in a show. In our extra fun, let the good times flow. From sports to the arts, we're taking the lead. With vMix by our side, there's nothing we need. Troubleshooting smoothly, no hassle or fuss. In the world of tech, we're igniting the buzz. Streaming idiots, we're living the dream. With support in the mix, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's the man. Tom Sinclair's the man, bringing us life. In our biggest adventure, the future is bright. So here's to the journey. Let's raise a toast for Tom Sinclair and the team we love most. Streaming idiots, forever we're ruling the scene. With vMix and support, here living the dream. We're the streaming idiots, having the time. With Tom Sinclair guiding, we're feeling so fine. vMix on the screen, we're ready to play. Custom built PCs, taking tech to the fray. Making live production feel like a breeze. Got the rhythm pumping, we do it with ease. From setups to transitions, we're flying high. In the world of streaming, we're touching the sky. Streaming idiots, we're living the dream. With tech support in the mix, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's the man. Tom Sinclair's the man, bringing us life in our biggest adventure. The future is bright. Lights, camera, action, the stage is set. From podcasts to webinars, we're never upset. Tech at our fingertips, the power so real. Loading up the content, let the viewers feel. Building connections, we're breaking the mold. Every frame a story, every tale told. In this vibrant world, we're living with flair. Streaming idiots unite, let's take it from streaming idiots. Streaming idiots, we're living the dream. Living the dream. We take support in the mix. Oh, we're a winning team. Tom Sinclair's the man. Tom Sinclair's the man, bringing us life in our vMix adventure. The future is bright. We got tips and tricks all wrapped in a show. In our extra fun, let the good times flow. From sports to the arts, we're taking the lead. With vMix by our side, there's nothing we need. Trouble